Hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. Hey everybody, this is Courtney with Pieces, Love, and Quilting. I do apologize if I repeated that. Was trying to make sure the chat is working and my volume. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. I'm gonna wait on a few people and see if anybody shows up. But I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. Hey Crystal, you're fine, you're not late. But yeah, I might sound different, but my allergies is kicking my butt. Okay. Hi June. So we're gonna do the Bumble Bee. I do recommend making 2 copies. So you have original, and if you don't want to, that is okay. But I like to make 2 copies because if I do like it, I would like to have an original one instead of having to go back and print another one. I can just scan this and be ready for it. So, hello. Don't forget to do your thumbs up and we can start sewing. So, it looks like the pattern's not going to be as hard as we think it is. It's just more of you just got to pay attention to. You're fine. Tell Ronnie, my sister, hi. She better know that she's got another sister. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I like to take a yellow highlighter and write on here original because I don't want to confuse my butt with using the original. I like to have 2 copies so I have one to be able to look at and one to, and my desk is a mess, so please excuse my mess. But I like to have one to original look at and one to cut up and start working on. I'm about to grab the fabric scissors. Oopsie. What are you all working on today? Yeah. Cleaning. Yeah, I need to do it, but I think what I want to do is do some recordings in sections where I'm going to take pictures of what they look like right now and then record me cleaning it up. I got a really cool, I don't know if I would call it a cool thing. Hi, Dorlin. My papa, who's my across the street neighbor, he went and picked up some blankets or some quilts or something from a store. And he brought these over to me yesterday so that I can hang my quilts on because I can throw it through here and this holds it in its place. And then I can hang them up while they're sitting there looking pretty. So he gave me one that has the hold of 2 and then another one that holds 1 so I could put a quilt through it and hang it up. And I thought that was pretty sweet. because he was thinking of ideas to help. And I love when he does that. So, but here we go. I like to pre-crease all my fab papers before I start. Hi, Linda. I do apologize. I wasn't here yesterday. Let's just say I got put on some different meds to try to help with my pain. And that med has kind of been making me sleepy. So I did take it, and my husband said it will probably take me a while to get used to it. But I'm here. Next week, I need to let you guys know, awesome, Norlin, that I will probably not be here on live because this auntie has a little tradition with her niece and nephews up in my husband's nieces and nephew. I started this tradition when we first got married, that I would spend Christmas and some other in the summer. I would spend time with them for at least 3 to 4 days because they're an hour and a half away from home. And so I started this thing. I knew that I couldn't have more kids, but I wanted to make sure my nieces and nephews feel like I love them as they're my own. And so I started this tradition when they were young. I think they were 3, 4, 3-year-old would have been my daughter. 4 and 6 or 7. Yeah. Hello, Mama J on Enterprise. Hey, Andrea. But I like to spend those holidays with them. And I try to make sure I spend enough, even though I thought my 16-year-old niece was like, I'm done. Well, she wanted to come spend Thanksgiving with me, and she got to. And now she gets to come do it again for the new year. And we're also going to be working on her quilts while she's here. So do anybody have questions about the FPP? Hello, So Terry. Long time no see. Sometimes it feels like pre-creasing your fat paper takes the longest, but if you do it now, it will help in the long run when you're doing your fabric and sewing. So you're not having to sit there and trying to crease it as you go. Hey, Katie. I know, I'm just picking on you. I'm kind of in a really good mood today, at least. That makes a huge plus. I'm not hurting as much as I did before. So, and starting, I have some new goals, which I will be posting the video of it. But I am going to be doing some new things. They will be, okay, yes, Crystal. I just basically fold. So when I do the folding, I fold where, I'll show you. Can you guys hear me now? It's the microphone, it died. Can you hear me now? Okay. So the microphone that I use, the device has died. So it needs charged. I do apologize that. I'm normally pretty good at making sure everything is charged right on time, but as in the last few weeks, it's been kind of chaotic. But I am making sure we can. You're welcome. I do apologize on that. Alright. Also, make sure you have a glue stick. Any Elmer's glue will wash out after you finish your quilt. It's not like you're stuck with it. I prefer Elmer's glue over the English paper piecing glue. Pretty much almost anything I can find that works. I know, but June, I'm usually pretty good at making sure I'm prepared, and I didn't. And that's on me. Yes, go to, you need to click on my Google Drive, because it should be in there. I don't know why I went to that. Okay, give me just a second. I'll go to my drive and get you the files. I do apologize on that. Normally it should show the whole folder, not. Because I know the okay. So give me a second, June. I am trying to take care of Dorlin real quick. There you go. That should be the whole folder of FPP. So, if it doesn't work, I'll get you the direct link. I'm talking about the bee pattern. But the Google Drive, some reason, is only showing the one that is not till would have been next week. So I don't know why it's doing that, but I will fix that. I like to take the next fabric and I like to try and 1/4 inch check it, because I want to make sure it is matching or filling that block. Sorry, guys. And your stitch length, hey Laura, should be between 1.8 and 2. And also, Dorlyn and everybody else, that file, if you keep the link on your computer, you can have it, be able to see when I add a new thing. Hello, kiddo. Because then that way, all you have to do is go in that Google file and it'll have all of my projects I've done. And then you take ruler, 1/4 inch, and trim. Andrea Wolf Phoenix 12 is my daughter. She's also, she knew mom was a content creator and wanted to be one. You're welcome, Dorlyn. So that link should be able to work as long as you keep it. You'll see new ones coming in because you can view it and print whatever you need. Because I wanted to make it where you guys can be able to do that. I'm trying to make it so it's easy. And I will fix that link down there and make sure it's the correct one. So, awesome, kiddo. If you're not following Wolf Phoenix 12, can you all follow her? That would be greatly appreciated. Also, yes, she knows her mama's goal is 1,000. So please share with your friends and family. So I lined it up with the next edge and then I sewed directly on the line. But I would also like to get my watch hours up, which I'm working on coming back and doing some pre-recording videos, because especially we have a lot going on next year. Let's just say in March, you guys are going to get 1 week of pre-recorded videos because, and she knows this, her aunt and uncle. The link to the drive again, yes, I can do that. There you go. I can always drop the link. I will fix the link when I get off and go inside the settings so it does not do that again. And I just pressed it. You can use just a roller and just roll it, but I didn't starch my fabric. I just left it alone so I have some wiggle room. But I also like to starch them, so most of you know I'm a heavy starcher. But I did, with the weather changing, and I wanted to be able to starch outside so it's not dripping all over my studio. What is my YouTube? Crystal, she's talking about me. She's talking about me. Wolf Phoenix 12 is my kid. And she was talking about my YouTube channel that you're on right now. But I can get you the Wolf Phoenix if you want that one. That is my kiddo. And then I need to change the camera. So you're going to take your next straight edge and line it up with the next piece of the fabric. And then you're going to sew on the line. You're going to just directly sew on the line. It's not like you have to figure out the 1/4 inch. It's just you sew on the line. What, kid? Yeah. I do love you, kiddo, even though you drive me crazy sometimes. How's my Coco? I like to press only. I don't use steam when I'm pressing this stuff because you'll curl up. Aw, thank you, Andrea. Kiddo, is he being a turbucket or is he giving you kisses? We have 3 ferrets. I know. I'm picking on you. We have 2 boys and 1 girl. The first one is Kiwi, and that was my kiddo's ferret. The second one is Coco. We got him because we knew she was going to be in school, and we were worried that Mr. Kiwi would not have a friend to play with. And Lilo. And the little girl, Lilo. Well, let's just say my kiddo's grandma is grounded from Petco for it. We have an albino. I don't know what Coco is. And we have a chocolate. Lilo's chocolate. Maybe Isabel. The kiddo knows what Coco is. What is Coco? So you just basically repeat the pattern. You're just going to sew, press. I didn't know for sure. Thank you. You're going to sew, press, and then trim 1/4 inch, sew on a new one. And it's basically following the color of the pattern. You're basically going to follow. See, there's black, yellow, but that's what I'm doing. And I like to keep the original, for some of you didn't hear that at the beginning, so that I can have a backup look at it without having to stress about it. And then you fold back, and then you trim the excess fabric like that, and then you put on a new one. Don't forget to give thumbs up. How many want to see different things on the channel? I know somebody asked about my star origami paper thing. So on these FPP patterns, you have to follow by alphabetical or numbered. Excuse me. So on the ones I'm doing comes with alphabetical and then numbered, how to put them together. And you just basically keep going until you complete all the pieces. Ferret classes? Yes, I can do that. When we do our collab. But it won't be next week though. I haven't told you this. I don't know if Graham's told you. You have a surprise visitors coming next week. And then you just basically keep going until it kind of completes. So like right now, I'm on A7. Sorry. So literally right on the middle. And then you just keep going until you get to where you complete the whole piece. Yes, I will make sure I get some paper. I don't, and I'll explain this, I don't use the actual origami paper. You do? Because it's 2 girls coming. I use just regular scrapbook paper because I can trim it to the size I want. You can do a thick star, you can do a mini star. That's how I learned. I learned it from some of my mom's friends a long time ago. This was long before my kid was born. And ever since then, a lot of times I have some issues, like anxiety and stuff. I have to keep my hands busy. So that's why I did that for a while, till I got into sewing, and then I got into cross stitch and embroidering. So, but I still like doing my origami stuff. She might be busy. Sorry, she's asking me about my niece. So we're gonna sew again. It's just a repeat and going. And I have other thing. Is that if you find an FPP little square projects that would go with our quilts, you're more than welcome to email it to me, post it in the Facebook group, or Facebook message me or anything, because I can do them if you want me to. I can do that. Just give me some time to find, because I gave all my scrapbook paper to my mom because they were celebrating their 25th anniversary, which I never got them back, which is fine, because then I can get new ones, because, you know, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's always having sales. I like to find the clearance rack with a bulk of scrapbook paper so that I can just have variety. So I wish my chair didn't get stuck on the floor. I love doing them too. Some of my subscribers know I was working on a muscle car legit kit. I was just having some issues because, give me a second, kiddo. Because it wasn't a puzzle version for me. My kid wants me to show you a picture. I don't know how well it is, but the white one here is kiwi and the chocolate one is lilo. Yes, you're going to have to get the one link on the chat because it has all of it. Yep, wrong one. I gotta go into my copy link. There you go. But that's Kiwi and Lilo. That means Coco's upstairs, up on top of his attic. But sometimes they sleep together in 3 in one bed. Did you look at the link I put? This just takes you straight to the folder that has all of it. Click the link in the description, and then that way, not in the description box here, that's below my video, in the chat box, because that's the one that's going to be correct. I do try to find free patterns because I know I can do those. With you guys, and that way we've done a lot of them. Yeah, there should be a group of them because I made sure that it's in a folder that you guys can have on hand. Just keep that link with you. Every time I update it, you'll know. Because that's the one link I'm using. And then I'll fix the description box one. Andrea, did you see the link? Not the first one under you, the second one, before you commented. Because the first one's the kid, and then the second one's the Google Drive. And it should all be there because I've already planned. We'll do Apple next, and then we will do, let me get the calendar for January. We'll do Apple next. On the 17th, we will be doing, of January, we'll be doing this one, which is the Megan David star. And I keep folders. The 24th, we'll be doing the Atlantic Seas. Yeah. And then that way we can have fun with them. I'm doing a swap group kind of thing. And then my next group, my next row, which is my last row to do for somebody in this group, I'm making a rooster. And we'll probably do a rooster too. So, we need to get you some ink, Sandra. Nope, I took you to my sewing machine. Sounds like we need to get Sandra some ink. But yeah, if you find some and you think it would be cool to put in our piece by piece quilt, because I have a drawer down here underneath my desk that I have all the pieces that we've done, and we're going to piece them all together until, I don't want to piece them together until I know we have enough to make, I think everybody decided a bed. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Hey Rita. Yep, you did. Yesterday I didn't have a live because I was dealing with some new medication that was making me sleepy. So, but today I'm doing it. So, we are working on a bumblebee. I am going to tell you right now, if you're going to do it, please click the link that's in the chat. There's two links. One is to my kids' channel, and then the one that says drive.google. Thank you, Laura. And that one has all the projects we're going to be doing. It's easier for me to just go ahead and put them in there. I believe so, Laura. She just needs to give us the numbers. And we take care of her. But basically you're going to trim at 1/4 inch, and then you're going to flip over, put your fabric all the way I apologize about that, over on the edge of it so it kind of matches along with the other one, and then you're going to sew directly on it. And then we're going to press, because basically we're almost done with his body, and then we got his wings. His wings left. Awesome. And you're more than welcome to download the ones that I've already done. They're there for a reason, so that, like, if somebody goes back to one of my videos, they have the option to go get that file. Because I did that so that they're not feeling like they have to chase it down all over the place. And I am working on, Andrea, I also, I love using them. Ever since I switched to this, my wrist has not been hurting as much. Of which one? The Bumblebee? It should be a 6x6. No, because your hands are straight. Your wrist is straight. Unlike, let's pull this one. This, you're still straight, but if you have to do curves, or you're cutting at an angle, so basically I can't cut straight like this. I'm always having to cut at an angle. Here, I'm straight. Because you want your wrist straight. Pretty much it's your hands around the bottom. My hands are too far up because I'm used to that. But your hands should be at the bottom here. Your wrist, last 3 fingers should be right here. And your top first finger should be right there. And I'm trying to prevent from getting arthritis. I already have fibromyalgia. If I can say it. Fibromyalgia. And I really don't want anything else to happen. Because I'm done. I'm too young for that. I need it to stop. But if I can stop everything and fix, you can use your hand like this. Trust me. Well, not a lot of people will put their finger up here. I will promise you that. Not a lot of people use that. They just put their hands here and cut. That's all it is. I'll show you one without doing it. So I open the blade. You can do it like that. I can do it. I just like my finger above it. I'm going to put... The only reason I do trim sometimes before I put the next piece of fabric on is so I have a straight edge. Yeah, I've tried this one. This is one from Friskar. And then you can turn it, go that way. You can go... I haven't done that. But it wasn't working for me. So I turned that into my paper rotary cutter because I'm not going to use that one for anything but paper cutting. There we go. We got 1, 2, 3 more pieces of blue, and then we will be done on the bottom. I just needed to be able to solve my problems before they get worse. And when I saw that one, I want to get the bigger rotary as well because the only one I have a couple of them, but this is the one I have. Your wrist is like strained when you're doing that. So, and I don't like my wrist to be strained on it. Especially when I do a lot of cross stitch and hand embroidery and all that. And now we're going to fold up the big piece down here. This one is, maybe Andre can help me, True Cut rotary cutter. The other one's Fiskar. And I'm getting messages again. Her and her crazy. Here's my kid sending me crazy messages of videos to watch. We tend to watch a lot of ferret videos, so. This one is True Cut. This one is Fiskar. And you can, that's the only reason why. This can turn. You have your wrist. It turns any way you need it. Yeah, and that's why I try to make sure I have a rotary cutter that works for me and not against me. I'm going to trim these down before I put the last piece of fabric on there. And I do save the small pieces. There's a bowl over here. Only because I have about 4 or 5 bags full of it. Because I'm going to try and make a dog bed for my 3 German Shepherds. Yeah. I try to do whatever I can. And I was saying I trimmed the previous fabric so I can match it up with this one. Oh, I forgot a couple over here. Can't do the big piece until I get that small piece done. Whoopsie. Hey, AJ. Trimming all those extra thread. Alright, we're almost there. I got one more piece to make on it before I can go down to the big piece. Awesome, that's a good idea. I just have 3 German Shepherds, but a very, very small house. It's a 2-bedroom house, and a small bathroom, and a kitchen and living room. The living room looks like it has a dining room and a living room. You're welcome, Darlene. You're more than welcome back. Give me another. Also, I'm just trying to trim up some of it. Usually I wait till I do it, but I'd like to try and get it trimmed as properly as I can so that when you get to the last piece on it, you're not struggling to getting it right. And you'll always sew on the black one. And then you'll press it again, and then we'll trim, and then we will put the last big piece, and then our little bumblebee's body is all done, and then we can do his wings. I think he's turning out a little cutie. And you know, you can always change the color of your bumblebee or any of the patterns that we do. You can choose whatever colors you want to use. It's not like you have to choose what the paper says. I will remind you that because not everybody wants the exact colors that somebody designed it as. Now it's time to sew the big piece. I know I made it bigger, but bigger is better than having to struggle with having small pieces. Now we're back to ironing. And then the wings. He is turning out a little cutie handsome. And then I'm going to trim all this down, because you can always use this piece in the next part because you got more blue. I'll tell you, I do it different than Sandra, what is her name? Shirley. Or I don't, around something, around to it. Shirley does hers where she pre-cuts her fabric to match it, making sure there's 1/4 inch and everything. The only time I use freezer paper if I don't want to print multiple, and I take freezer paper for that. Most of the time I print 2 copies anyway, so that we know. And yes, I'm giving it a little glue so it's not wiggling while I'm doing the next piece. Here's the Mr. Bumblebee buddy. And we're going to go ahead and do his wings. I need white fabric. Now we can get the wings to look pretty. And then I'm going to trim it and then do the blue piece. How many are going to work on some old projects or new projects or just having fun watching? I know that I would like to get all of my work in progress projects done, which we'll get there. Also trying to get some other stuff done at the same time. Short somewhere. Just realized it was a little short. What? The Bumblebee? No, I do not. I do this as we go together. Personally, I want to make you guys feel like you're doing it with me. Yeah, I'm with you, Jim. I want to clean out my studio and be able to find all of my projects and make a list like Sandra. Ooh. So that I know what I have and what I need to get done. Plus I have so many long arm orders, and which I love doing. Even Sandra knows that. It's okay. But I like doing these with you guys, and I don't want to make 2. If I can just avoid that. If I can just do 1, that would be amazing, because I only want 1 quilt. Now we're going to do B4. understand that feeling, Andrea, because I didn't have to do this, but I wanted to do it for my subscribers so that they can have some different tips and tricks to doing these. But I love doing it. I love doing any projects that my subscribers suggest. Unless I see one that I don't want to do, I will tell you honestly, because sometimes I just not in that kind of, it depends on the vibe and the pattern to me. And when I long arm orders, some will tell me what they want. Some will say, I have your full trust, and you do what you want that makes it look pretty. And it's just one of those things. When they do that, it's not like I can't do it. It's, I have to sit there and let the quilt talk to me before I can do anything to it. Got 2 more, and then we can trim down and be done. And then put it together. Any questions I can help you guys with? Well, got one more piece, and then we can do the last piece to put them together. Because I'm here to help. I love doing this for you guys, and at the same time, I want to make sure you guys have all your questions answered. I have those moments that I forget to change the camera. I do apologize on that. I only did that because I need to make sure the piece is laying flat. Because sometimes those pieces like to wiggle. If you have questions, I'm here. I'm just trying to trim this last piece, and then we can get the last one of the big pieces sewn on, and we'll see how the bee goes. I've been told maybe making one and have that as part of the video, but awesome. Yeah, all of the ones that are doing it with us have decided we're doing it as a quilt. Right now I'm the only one that's missing a rainbow because I had to use it for something. So here's the, I don't know what it was called, but here's that pattern, the curving rainbow, ice cream, the palm tree, the bunny, the chick, and then we had some triangles in there to make him scrappy. Yeah, I will. A heart, a fairy, and 2 pumpkins. Or 1 pumpkin and 1 pumpkin pie. So what's in the drive is what we're doing, because I try to make sure they're there for you guys. And I have a little cabinet down here that I'm storing them in so that they're stored for now. So all of that's in there. They're there. And there are videos, Andrea, on them. Because I did them either live or pre-record. Alright, here's the wings. There's the bottom. So you gotta match and make sure your wings are on the right side. And then you're gonna flip over, so it's gonna be fabric to fabric. And then you're gonna take a pen, one of these pinpoint pens, and you're gonna poke a hole and make sure you're corner to corner. And I like to use these little clips to hold them in place instead of these pens, because I don't like to be poked. That's up to you. Yes, we're doing it in a quilt size because everybody called it piece by piece with friends. And then we're going to sew this last piece together. And I like to sew a little bit off the edge so that sometimes I have to give that a little push. I just sew right off the edge so it gives it a enough to be able to and then we're gonna peel the paper off. I tend to try to wait until I finish the whole thing, which this one's already done, and I will pull all the paper out. And if some of them are not in the Google Drive, just look at the videos, because there will be a attachment to where to get them. Because that's usually what I do, is I try and attach to the description box of the video. And I will spend some time this weekend to putting all the FPP and have its own little folder on my channel so you guys can get to it quicker. So right now I'm just peeling the papers out, and then I'll press it, because you won't need the paper for the others because we're doing them all in different sizes. And so I kind of wanted to make it fun, and we'll probably end up, some of us may put sashing, some may not. It depends on what they want to do. There's Mr. B. There you go. Yes, in my community tab, in my about section, there is a Facebook group in there. I have a Facebook group, I have a page, which is my long run business, and then a couple other social medias you'll find. So here we go. Here's Mr. Bumblebee. But I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you guys next time. And have a wonderful weekend and a new year. Be kind, be creative, be unique, and be you. Till then.